Ox guy from Degenerate
Yo,
too.
Tea
but not
Garden's better
anymore.
than Jules. Prove me wrong.
Tea Garden's better than
Dude.
Jules.
Wait, I think
Yo,
Rye should
confirmed.
start streaming before you talk about EQ, because man,
Okay.
Okay.
yeah, I think Rye should start
Hold on,
streaming.
hold
Thoughts
on.
on EQ?
Let me-
Thoughts
let
on
me-
EQ?
Let me-
EQ is
yeah,
looking like
okay.
the seventh best
Let
team.
me announce it first of all. Let me announce it. I have been recording, so it's already started up being spicy
Oh.
already.
Okay.
Anyone who has cam, you can turn it on, and I will capture it using the Discord. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm capturing the entire
Okay.
Discord window. Whoever is comfortable with cam, turn it on now, and let's do it. I mean, honestly,
All right, who's first?
Yeah,
You're
Axe, you
better
ready
see the
for
most
this?
ugly top laner in the world.
Oh no, Dark's doing it.
Oh man, my hair is bad. This is what an ADC looks like on a day off.
No, I mean, I had to do my hair because I was in class.
Dark, do I just turn
I
on my
feel you,
face
bro.
rig?
let's see. Can you allow to see cams here? Oh, there we
if
go.
you hit,
Oh,
yeah, there you go.
it looks so nice. I love it. I
Oh,
love
yeah, the bucket
it, dude.
12.
Yeah. Oh my God, you guys look so great. I miss you
All
all.
right, where's Shia LaBeouf at? Come on.
Where's Shia LaBeouf?
Come on, Zach.
Oh
I'm
my
not-
goodness,
Let's go. Come on, people.
dude! I love you
Is that the
guys
dog
so
you
much,
woke up
man. I
Marshall?
miss you guys so much.
No,
Sorry
I don't
about
know.
sorry about not being here, missing out. I don't think I could have actually controlled that, anyways. But looking great,
good.
guys. Yeah, wherever the conversation starts, honestly, this is what I wanted, right? All of us here talking about it. We haven't had a single podcast, so I'm guessing as many people can join us here will be worth a single podcast, to be honest, huh?
Yeah, I mean, all I'm gonna say is, I mean, I can't say that much because we're gonna be joining EQ next split, FYI. But
Are you
they
really?
played- yeah, we are. They played really terribly yesterday. Like, it was bad. It was really bad. Like, there was a lot of item choices that just didn't make sense. There was a lot of decision making that just didn't
They
make sense.
lost to the Degenerates.
Yeah, they lost to Degenerates, man.
No,
That's
team had
Degenerates
no
was
wins.
playing bad, like pretty good against us. So
I mean-
if we made macro errors, we probably would have lost too.
I mean, Degenerates, they're literally the messy mayonnaise of Eclipse Edition. You know, they went 0-10 before winning against EQ, and that's that. Come on, man.
I mean,
You
that
can't
team's
have
been
that.
improving for a while. I've been telling people not to sleep on Degenerates or Noble.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Degenerates.
Noble got a
No.
whole new roster though.
That is true.
The Degenerates team has been like struggling to even get a startup off the beginning already. So the teams that they have produced, I mean, they can't even be all that flexible at like removing a player or a person, because then they would struggle again trying to find a replacement. So as their new organization, I mean, they just barely started back up on, like, you know, doing some things. So honestly, I'm super happy that they won. But at the same time, I mean,
Was there a
not
point
so
in them winning?
yeah, not so lucky for EQ.
I mean,
Yeah,
Hey,
I mean,
there is a point to them winning, man. Makes it easier for other teams.
I just
I
feel
mean,
bad, man.
there's a three-way tie for third right now, and if EQ 0-2s, they're knocked out of
oh,
playoffs
EQ's
next
losing
week.
tomorrow for sure. I promise you that one.
If Breaker loses anything next week, they're out. Like, actually.
Who does EQ even play?
Us.
Oh, they play UND, which they probably lose. So even if they go 1-1, because we go against Noble, who we really have to try, and then Hostile, so it should be an easy 2-0
they
for
also go
theory.
against Noble. They play Noble and UND.
Yeah, so they may 0-2 next week, which would knock them out of playoffs.
And Dog also has a really easy schedule. I think they have Degen and I don't remember the other team they play.
I wouldn't sleep on DGN. They're not that bad.
Hey, you never know about Degen.
Yeah, I'm just
Like you
saying
said,
what's
yeah.
able. I'd assume EQ's going out.
They just do,
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think EQ makes it.
I'll
Or
go
if they
back to
do,
Reggie. Reggie's just like their only carry, like the back one.
Yo, man,
I
Marshall, your mic, bro.
I'm
Dude,
trying to root for them, man. I
He's like
want them to
Cameron.
make it.
You put them.
Reggie fucking 1v9, what was it, against Terra where they won? And when he was on Udyr, he had like fucking 10 kills at 8 minutes.
I mean, he's on
Udyr is
Udyr.
so
Bro,
broken,
Udi is
man.
so busted. Oh my god.
Udyr is so broken,
Oh my
man.
god. Yo, I ran across from bot lane to top lane in a matter of 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's so broken, man.
Like, bro, oh my god. I ran. Oh man, it was so funny.
And if you build a dive comp with Udyr, it's super easy to go in and out too. I mean, he gets super tanky with the chem tank. You get a dead man's plate. Like, towers are nothing
Force
to
of
him.
nature.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
All that stuff.
ridiculous.
I love going
dude.
Lich Bane on him too as well. Lich
The
Bane on him is
damage,
so
dude, it's
fun.
insane. It's so insane, the damage.
I mean, he just
Yeah.
offers so much. Like, even if you're not ahead, you just build tank. If you're ahead, you just go Lich Bane like Dark does. It's so fucking good to have on your team.
But
I
like,
swear.
what's the ban rate though? Like, is it
It's
always
pretty high.
It's high.
high.
It's
It's
really
very
high.
high. If you're not banning in first rotation,
Yeah, he has
you're kind of throwing.
He has a 58% ban rate, which is insanely high. I think it is the highest.
Your team to build around him, around that one opponent, which is the most annoying thing ever. He just has so much disruption and utility in a fight.
He has the highest ban rate in the game right now, which is insane.
Easily.
gang so
Like, you know,
hard.
Yeah.
Udyr is broken when he's played in pro because that champion, like, I don't think I've ever seen Udyr played in pro before. Like, not for like multiple seasons. Like, that guy is just
No,
so strong right now.
he was played in like season 2. That's about it.
I remember
Yeah.
Garen he was actually played like
Yeah, I
2
think-
years ago. That was entertaining.
Oh, that was when like PD was like the first. It was like Triforce and PD, and he was still unkillable.
all right? So
Yeah.
I have the game pulled up between EQ and Degenerates. What was the wrong build path for the Skarner, or is it for the?
Oh shit! Let me pull it up, brother.
Yeah, I don't know. I think-
Here, I'll send a link. Oh wait, I can't.
Clips,
EQ into Rondo or EQ in
degenerates.
Degenerates. Actually,
Yo, to
wha-
be honest though, that fucking Caitlyn was popping off. Fox Zero, dude. He was looking so clean that game.
yeah,
Dude, Jolt
15-2 to
ran it.
11.
Jolt actually ran it 3 and 11 on Mordekaiser into an Ornn when Mordekaiser also got multiple ganks by Reggie. He just ran it.
I feel like EQ's build path in the second game wasn't that bad. It was just poor decision making. But the first game was atrocious. Like, I love Sammy Wallace, but come on, you can't build demonic embrace on Victor. Like, and summon Airy. That's just not the way to go, you know.
Oh, was that their first game?
Yeah, that was the first game against Dog.
Look at the game. I'm looking at the game too.
That was Victor against an Anivia, right?
Surprised Jolt.
Victor against Anivia, yeah. And
Yeah,
also
he needs to go
Camille.
like Comet.
Yeah, and
Right, Victor
Camille
Nocturne?
built.
Stridebreaker Nocturne?
Does
Yeah.
anybody know
Oh,
when
that too.
their draft for game 2? Because like the Tom Kench with Cleanse seems pretty troll to put Otto on when he's such a good engaged support. Putting it on something that sits back seems really troll, especially because they don't have Senna. What's the point of the TK?
I think the TK pick was just to save his carries from the Camille Nocturne.
I'm looking at game 2. Game
Wait,
2.
What game is
Oh.
this?
The only thing that has
I'm looking at-
dive is
I'm looking at
Zephyr.
the
I'm looking at game 2 as well. With
Yeah.
the
Degenerates.
maybe Kai'Sa, Tom Ken.
Oh, my fault. My fault.
I'm also looking at the roster submission originally. So the team or the players that are still playing right now is SoFlare and Fox Zero. They switched out the other 3 of the members here. So honestly, Fox Zero has been here since the beginning. Maybe he was, we slept on him and we didn't see like most of the results from him, but he probably was doing consistently good for the team. But he just didn't have a good team around him to kind of help out that at all. So
It could be also support as well.
yeah, the Morgana.
In 5v5s, I feel like bot lane, the support mates and breaks the lane.
Was that on stream on the
No.
no?
No.
Oof.
I mean, just look at the KP though on the Morgana, 25 by 37.
Admittedly, we thought that EQ was gonna roll Degenerate over.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think everyone thought that. Even I did.
Oh,
but yeah, that was
But
like,
Foxy,
wait, what?
I
Foxy just
don't know why he
confirmed better
played
than Jules.
Joiner though. Like Regicid's like one of those carry junglers like me. I don't know why he played Joiner.
Well, just, I believe I don't think
I
Reggie.
think
is
Skarner was
playing
king of the
bad.
jungle. Yes, as of yesterday.
But Skarner is really strong right now. That's a big thing.
Yeah. Now he got nerfed again today, but like he was probably the best jungle.
I
outside of
did.
Udyr.
I don't know. I didn't
I
feel
think
much
Hecarim.
out of him.
I
He's
think
a
Hecarim and
utility.
Udyr. Like last patch, I swear it's Hecarim Udyr at the top 2. I think
Yeah,
Udyr is
I
number
mean,
Udyr
1.
and then Skarner.
Yeah.
Udyr is
I mean,
just stupid, but
I just don't like this. That's why I wish I could see when they drafted everything, because the Skarner pick, the TK pick, they just don't seem like they fit this
Yeah.
comp. I mean, you can't grab somebody with Black Shield. He grabbed the Nico clone in the game, which is a huge problem. Wasted of an ult. I mean, you can't really grab Ornn, and the Hecarim, if you fear the Skarner when he grabs, just goes back to your team. So the Skarner pick just does not work here, not even a little bit.
Yo, do you wanna know what's crazy right now? I'm looking right now at like win ratios for junglers in Challenger. Master E and Rammus have 100%. win ratio.
I mean, it's probably like 10 games. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Like for the pick rate are both at 0.7.
This man talking about challenger pick rates and we playing a platinum league. Shut the hell up.
Yo,
Our
you leave
average
Darkstar
Elo's like
alone.
plat 4.
I mean, bro, yo, Shaco has the highest win rate in platinum.
Listen, not
Okay,
all
dude.
of us are.
Yeah,
competitive,
but
Doug.
with these
You know,
clowns,
solo
I
queue.
mean, they're not the real thing, you know? Like they're not the real shit.
I mean, Nocturne Top has the highest win rate right now. Is that good or what?
You know,
What?
we haven't even seen Nocturne mid.
Holy-
Remember that was a thing for like
Oh,
what, 2
yeah.
weeks?
Yeah.
Mhm,
I think
Remember I
Theory's
played
trying to
Nocturne
pick up
Top?
against us.
I know.
I would have played it yesterday, but we
No,
got
we
Giga
did
out
Nocturne.
drafted.
And we did Our Theory did Nocturne top.
I don't know about
Don't even bring it up.
Oh,
Don't even bring it up. Marshall gets gapped by Harmonica got that game then.
That's a joke. I
Wait,
chose him
sheesh.
twice anti-feedback.
Where did that guy go now? Harmonica God. Is he on
He's
the
still on Terra.
oh, that was just
It was just a meme that he was getting kicked off.
No way, really?
yeah,
And
just,
then-
just a meme, just a meme.
Just a meme.
so he did play
That's-
yesterday then.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, and he got a solo.
And he got a solo.
Yeah.
He always wants to do a solo. We let him once, and then now he wants his everyday
Every
concert.
time, yeah.
I mean,
why
I
He
not?
wants him.
I
You
don't
gotta give
mind,
it to the
but
people.
What?
The people love it.
He gets a solo for every solo kill.
Yeah.
True.
All right, so he's been playing for 23 minutes after laning against Marshall.
yeah.
Wait, why did everyone turn the cams off? Like, I feel awkward now. Like,
No. You leave it on. You leave it.
Nah, click on Darkstar. Just open his picture up,
Yeah,
the
make
biggest.
sure
There you
the
go.
entire
No, the
Make sure the entire
tiles.
screen's
Yeah, man.
dark.
Ryan never
Hey.
even turned his on.
All right, Dark
Oh,
shows the dance moves in mid. You know.
I have mine on
Okay.
in the. I have mine
Bro,
on the
I
OBS.
raged so hard
not-
after that
It's not fair.
happened. Oh my god, I was literally just like, oh, I don't know how my computer didn't break. I was literally like punching my keyboard.
Oh. Yeah, I would have
like
done the
me
same
last
thing to you.
year.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god, I
So-
was like, yo, I was like, can you just let me, like, just the jungler was dancing too. I'm like, can we just have like a dance off, like in peace?
Hell no, he was
No.
baiting you. He wasn't dancing.
What an asshole.
He was like,
You
"Come
got
on."
your bro.
Yeah, that was bad.
The money's on the line. You gotta play like you're trying to get money, you know?
I mean, like, it's also like a lead. You just might as well just have fun with it too.
We
Hell
are
no, you
we
play
are
for
all
Norg.
platinum players.
Somebody invested money in you, my guy. You gotta compete.
Ugh.
Just don't be like me and run it down as Volibear. Okay? It's a big thing.
Yeah.
Yo, I actually played like, oh, what is Zojo AP Volibear?
It's just,
Well, it's
a build.
situational.
It's not bad.
He's still picking Volibear?
Well,
Yeah,
no, he's not. Zol's not good. And,
I
and
swear
Dark,
to
you're
God.
talking about Dalton. Dalton got
Yeah,
AP
Harmonica
Volibear
guy, you
yesterday.
mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
tried
yeah.
that. He
Wait,
tried that in
oh,
a duo queue game with me, and he fucking ran his ass off. We're like 2 and 13. I swear, man.
Oh yeah,
I think it was a good call, though.
It was Hamada God with the AP.
Like
Volibear.
they had a Karma mid, and like that was all. That was it. That was all their AP damage. So I
What
think the
game
AP
was
Volibear
this?
was a good one.
Yeah.
That was against Dog, I think, right?
I'm looking
Yeah,
at it
Terra
right
Dog,
now.
Terra
Yeah,
Dog.
it was Terra
It
Dog.
was.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Even though Marshall did bad yesterday, I still think he's a better volley than Zol. I swear that guy. I don't know.
Okay, bro.
I'll take
Okay,
it. I'll
dude.
I don't know how.
Ooh, hot
man.
takes.
I swear to God.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Listen, man.
I mean,
when I
yo,
was-
I
My
mean,
Volibear is
if
just
it helps, if it helps, I played Volibear like as like in a scrim for like a fill team. Oh my god, I popped off. Holy!
you can't play
I
Volibear,
ulted
something's
into
wrong
the
with you.
backline. I was 1v3. The ADC was like, I do 0 damage to you. I did more damage to myself. I'm like, ah,
That's Tank Volibear for you.
That's
I
the
love it.
Volibear.
it's so fun.
Probably a lot of fun.
Hey, we got the hot take. Tomorrow says Marshall is better than Zola on Volibear. Well, we can all head out now.
That's why we are here.
I miss old volley though. Old
It's
volley
just-
was so fun.
I think Marshall's just better in lane in general. Like I don't know. I think like out of everybody I've faced, like even though it didn't like actually that fucking kill that whatever when Rogue like hit the fucking Volibear at like 2 HP, like I was like, okay, well he has ult and he has his W, so you know maybe there's a chance he turns that if Rogue doesn't take it. So
The
I was
smoke screen was the smoke screen actually canceled my W, which was the most saddest thing ever. Because I would have got around 120, 140 health from that, so I would have lived. And I would
I
have ulted
mean-
immediately.
Like
The
more than
Camille-
martial
the Camille-
calculations.
The Camille Cho'Gath ult on Q, bro. I don't know.
Camille is not a. I'll be honest with you. I hate Camille, but I think her Q is fine. I think the thing that needs to be nerfed is her E and her W.
No, those both got nerfed. Yeah.
No, it's not a nerf.
Nerfed.
Let's be real. It's
Nah. I'm telling you,
Nerfed.
her laning phase got nerfed. I'm telling you.
totally,
It was like,
totally.
Balance now.
The
it's
tactical
okay, it's
sweep.
not balanced, but
It's
like
on-
I don't know. I
You
think
need
she
to
has too
remove
much.
the healing from her W. Honestly, remove the healing. Just completely remove it.
Yeah, because she does
No,
true
would you-
damage, and it's a lot of healing too.
Yeah, would you remove the healing for more damage on her W, or just remove it completely?
I just removed the healing from the W.
Screw it. Break her knees.
Yeah, decap for like.
Screw it, got the champion.
Come on, man.
Just give her
I
back
mean,
away.
Turn her
I mean,
into
look,
a Drugs. Just completely get the champion.
We got a 0% win rate on Theory against Camille. I do not know why we don't ban it when people like tend to play it. Like we let Dalton play it, we let fucking Tomorrow play it. Like what are we doing?
And Camille.
Marshall, do you? How's your Wukong, Marshall? Because like that's the traditional counter pick.
Marshall playing anybody other than like the next and Aatrox, bro. It'd be me.
I wonder if
Mordekaiser?
Oh yeah.
Mord was banned.
You banned Mord.
Mord was banned. Mord's
I-
always
I-
banned.
I'm not gonna lie. I was 100% against the Mord ban. I thought that champion is shit. Oh.
Oh no, yeah, don't say that.
You haven't faced
No.
my Mordekaiser.
No, I'm telling you,
I was gonna say,
Oh.
don't underestimate us.
the champions that I play all counter Mord. I swear, except for Wukong. That's the only.
Oh my
one
god, bro! Oh my god! When he pulled out the Alawi that game, I'm like, "That's some."
Yeah, I was like,
bullshit.
bro, what the fuck is this, man? Holy shit!
All I know
But
is
then
that
he
counts
collapsed
for
the whole
Barrett.
team with this.
All
Oh,
I
this
know is
is
the
bullshit.
counts
Yo,
don't fight
Alright.
don't
nobody
fight into
expected that. Nobody.
I
That was
dropped the moral compass. I was like, "Fuck it, I'm planning.
So-
I'm gonna use Alawi for a game. Let's do it."
Yeah,
So
that was my call. You guys were like, "Oh, we all want to engage." I was like, "Marshall, why don't you just play Alawi?" And then they can't do shit. He's like, "Oh yeah, let's do it."
Let's talk about Solar Division though. Like, I mean, a lot happened last night, but
This man
Solar
went to
Division.
sleep.
All right, guys, opinions on Tea Garden?
Wait, he plays,
the
right?
Tea Garden, yeah.
I think,
Whack.
like I said earlier, I think he just overhyped himself, and now people are just giving him so much flack for the smallest mistake. Which, if he never overhyped himself, they wouldn't have given him this much flack. He's
I
a good
remember,
ADC.
He's a fine ADC. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
bad ADC.
Not
we
like-
scrimmed against him, and we were like trying out shit, and he didn't even win lane, by the way. Like he just got fed because his like teammates got fed, and he's like, "Guess who's back?" I'm like, "Shut the hell up, man." So then, you see what happened on Monday? I beat his ass up.
He
He
even,
did nothing.
he even got the
Yeah,
lyrics
I mean,
wrong. Is guess who's back? Back again. You know, like he even got that wrong, dude. Come on, it's not that hard.
Yo, what's fun though? We scrimmed Smash Bar on Sunday, which was a lot of fun.
Yo, we had to try out some new comps, but I swear to God, our jungler is like so brain dead when it comes to just decision making later in the game. Because literally, he was playing Ivern and he queued the blue and dashed into it, getting caught, losing Baron. Like, what kind of jungler does that? We
That's
gave
a-
him so much flame just for that. Well, that kind of lost us the game too.
I
So
bet you was as flame as much as Dark was for dancing mid. That's for sure.
Oh, but I'm never gonna let that
Oh, yeah.
down.
No, you
guys
will
are
not
never
let
gonna
that down, brother.
Of course not.
All that you saw after Dark did that was a thank you for playing Dark. It was appreciated that you stood here with that.
Yo, if anything though, to some credit, I did not want to play Zaj. They just put me onto Zaj. I'm like, okay.
You know, I'm a better objective stealer than Dark is. I'm gonna put that out now. I am one.
What do you mean? Hold on. Did you forget
Hey, let's get
the
off.
last
Let's get
season
off
we played?
Eclipse. Let's
How
get
many
off.
objectives I've stole? I've stolen Baron.
Let's go back to. Let's move back to this one.
We're getting a little heated. Let's move on, guys.
All I'm saying was Glacial Rising was popping off with Captain K. Tea Garden comes in, goes 1-1 1 week, thinks he's high and mighty, then goes 0-2. Yeah, right, buddy.
I don't know. I mean,
Stop with me.
every game I played against Captain K, especially the Kaiser Rail combo that they tried to pull in both games, they just played so passive for no apparent reason. They should be just going aggressive, which they didn't. So I don't know, communication
say,
error or something.
Like T struggles with like your meta ADCs though. You know, he'll tell you that he plays all these champs, but like is his Kaisa there? Is his Jhin there? You know,
He can
This is
only play
tight.
as Caitlyn. Let's be real.
yeah, he plays Ezreal and Caitlyn, which like don't get me wrong, Caitlyn
That was
climbing into the meta, and then Ezreal's got that new build, but
That was meta last season, though. Yeah, that was literally
Yeah.
the meta last season.
So he looked better last season.
I
but,
hated that meta so much, dude.
Yeah,
it
we
was.
all did. We all
I
did.
hated that meta. It
It
was
wasn't
so
much fun
boring
for
as
us
an
either.
ADC. Yeah, it was so boring, man.
What,
Yeah, it was
assassin
awful.
meta? Or Tintula?
The Ashe, Caitlyn, Ezreal meta. It was the
Ugh.
most least
Oh.
skill expressive meta as an ADC. Now, Kai'Sa and Samira. Sure,
Great
Samira might
gen.
be a dumb champion, but you
I mean,
actually have.
she got gutted though. She's not even worth playing
Yeah,
anymore.
she got kneecapped. But like Kai'Sa and I think it's like who's another meta ADC right
Jhin.
now? Yeah, Jin. They're relatively skill expressive because you gotta hit your skill shots, or you actually have to like self peel and do all that stuff as Kai'Sa. But literally as Caitlyn and Ashe, you just press W or R. Nice, like that's fun, you know.
To
Like
be fair,
that's
most champs are like kind of simple. Let's be honest here. I think 90% of champions take about 3 games to learn and like 10 to master.
Nah.
No, I disagree.
oh, and
I
also Senna.
disagree.
Senna's back into meta.
Yeah.
Can I just say how much I hate Senna? Like screw that champion, dude.
I
I don't know,
playing it.
dude. Like,
Yeah.
is someone who plays support being able to just completely outrange and just say, "I don't need an AD carry. I'll just do it myself," is fantastic. So I just wish they just give me her back, and like you guys can get like I don't know, fucking Ziggs or something.
For your team, Otto, that might be the call. Fuck your 80 carry.
Oh,
Do you even have an AD carry?
Okay.
Really?
All right, leave our boy Jules alone, man. He's suffered enough flame.
My man has lived in your head rent free.
yeah, kid. Oh my goodness.
That's
But before we go back to even talking about Eclipse, like for solo division though, like really talking down to solo division, or even just generally in any division, has any of the picks even been swapped out for even just a little bit? I mean, what are you guys doing so far for picks? You guys sticking to the meta? Have you guys figured out something like different or new? That's the
I
kind of
don't-
feeling.
I don't understand why people don't pick Aphelios and Kai'Sa. Like that's like his
That's the pick.
biggest counter.
That's
Exactly.
why,
No one.
Yeah,
Yeah, no one has
Who?
picked it so far. At least I
Aphelios.
haven't seen it.
Aphelios?
yeah. Like
Yeah.
there's no point
Aphelios
in
at
even
the setup?
picking. There's no point in even like early picking Kai'Sa unless you're doing it R3.
Or
Because
banning
they'll just-
Aphelios.
Or banning Aphelios because they can just pick Aphelios into it, but nobody does it.
No one does it. I don't
So
understand.
that's why
What's the
everybody in our
counter?
league is like early picking Kai'Sa because they think she's so great, and she is good. But you know,
Aphelios Thresh. Like you can't kill
Aphelios
that
Thresh.
thing.
That's it.
Yeah.
Or Aphelios
Well-
Lulu, either. You know.
Yeah, either one works. Yeah. Like you just can't kill that lane. And it's like the biggest counter. And
It
now
really is.
Ezreal is becoming meta again. Like
Ugh,
the
I hate that.
death
like-
and
I like that.
The free flash, easiest AD carry in the game is on meta and doing more damage than
I wouldn't say he's
They
easy.
keep-
But I
Yeah,
just
it's
don't
not that easy. You got to hit your skill shots.
I just
And
don't.
They
that-
I
keep
just don't.
buffing the least fun things to play into. Why is Udyr not getting a nerf?
Yeah, Udi needs a nerf with the
I'm like, damn,
58%
whole
win rate.
rework.
Camilla's getting a quote unquote nerf this
Dude,
patch.
just
It
buff
is
my
a
boy
nerf,
Rakan,
bro.
please.
I'm telling you.
Oh my god, I know.
Please let me play Rakan again.
Yeah,
I
Rakan needs
know.
buff, man.
And Zaya doesn't even look bad right now. Give us Rakan.
Zaya is good. She's like our
Zaya
go-to.
is
Like,
good.
if all the meta
Zaya
picks are
Lulu is
banned, it
such
should
a
be
good
Zaya.
lane.
I just
Fuck
want
Lulu,
Rakan.
dude. Zaya Lulu,
Lulu
you're
is
out of your
such a good
mind,
lane.
bro.
I played it in solo queue. Oh my god, I was like 5-0 in like 10 minutes.
It sounds like me almost every game in ranked.
But yeah, no, Solar looks good. I think Ashen is. I mean, they've got a tough week, but I do think that they're probably the presumptive number 2, though they may not get it just because their last week is so intense.
But what
Yeah.
happened though? Didn't Ashen beat Smash Barn this past week
No.
too? No.
No, they
No.
It was death cards. Death cards.
They
Yeah,
play
that card's
Smash
cheated.
Barn.
Yeah.
They play
Wow.
Smash Barn.
Okay.
To be fair,
Which like if they can pull that off, they can probably keep their second place. Their bot lane looks great. I mean, I know Achilles is super volatile.
Yeah. Ban Senna. That's that's pretty much it.
But
He
like,
even
Hot
said it
Dog
himself. Yeah.
Bathwater is such a clean support.
They're
So
good. They're really
I really
good.
didn't think he
They're
was
really
that good,
good.
honestly.
He passes
Playing
the
against
eye
some
test, man.
choice.
I mean, they play smart. They play safe and smart, which that's
Yeah.
that's just what you need as for a bot lane combination. Like, just play safe and smart.
Your AP Twitch isn't getting enough either.
rat bastard.
Don't
I
play
mean,
AP
every
Twitch,
time
dude.
I hate
Don't
that.
do it.
Dude,
man.
every
think it's-
time.
I think I'm just buzzed with Mirith, and that's why I think that.
But I don't think anybody's gonna be knocking out Ashen, Death Cards, and MG at this point. Which MG surprised me. I thought Glacier was better than them.
I thought that. Yeah, I thought that too. But
But after this last week, I mean, they shut me the hell up. That's for sure. because Glacio's got no chance, almost no chance to make it unless MG just ends this last week.
Yeah, which I don't think they will. I think they have an easy week.
They just need to win one game. That's it. One
Yeah.
game and they're in.
Yeah, they
MG
play
is
Limitless
against
and Ashen, right?
Limitless and Ashen, yeah,
Yeah,
Limitless and Ashen.
and I know Ashen is, presumptive loss, not necessarily, but presumptive.
which-
but like they
which
should
MG team is
manhandle
that?
Limitless.
Yeah.
An MG Nightmare.
Oh yeah, those guys are alright.
Yeah, they're okay. But I thought that they were going to end up being the 5th seed, but I think they're going to end up taking the 4th after this last week.
I mean, the story of Glacial Rising is just sad, Like,
Yeah.
you guys had a pretty decent start, and then popped out the ADC, and then went downhill from there, which it's just sad,
Yeah, they've been very consistent for like 2 seasons, but this season I'm like, wait a minute, it looks like they're not even in contention at all. Like they're sitting at 5th, 6-6. They're 2 wins off from becoming the top 4. But if MG Death Cards wins 1 game, Glacial Rising Eagles are cut, which is kind of insane.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're just gone.
I mean, we played Messi and Limitless. Like, I don't see us dropping both those games or even either one of them, really.
No, you guys are fine. Yeah, you guys are completely fine.
Messi, credit to them for still playing their games, but they basically just roll over.
I mean, I feel like each team, regardless of the record, has at least one strength. I feel like Messi, they rotate pretty well, but other than that, they, Limitless, they just have nice comps. Like, I don't think any team deserves disrespect that they have gotten. Like, sure, they're 0-12 and 1-11, but they still have their strengths,
At least they have the balls to still be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I respect that. They played their heart out, which I gotta respect.
Delicious out here, 4
and
They
the
remind me of
most
Princess less, but they never dropped out. They still played every game with heart.
Yeah, they
which
still
is, like,
play every
the
game.
best thing.
That's
Unlike
what
striking
you gotta
vipers
do,
who have
though.
much lust for.
like that is what you do though, as like something growing of an organization, right? You don't just give up halfway through or third of the way. You want to play it all the way through and then hopefully wish for the better success in the next season, and it does happen too, right? There's like
Look at Dog.
Yeah.
Dog was terrible last split. I mean, there's no nice way to say it. Dog was terrible.
They were. I remember, dude. I remember. And now they are growing 3rd place. Are you kidding me? That's insane. Dog is up there.
No, honestly, Water Bear carrying that team on his back. Dude, he's playing disgusting in the jungle.
I would say Hoshi.
Their ADC is pretty good.
Hoshi is really good, but most of the games I watch, like the early game really depends on what Water Bear does, and he's been making all the right calls the past like 3-4 weeks.
Is he the shot caller?
Water Bear did troll Zol last night, though.
Yeah.
Water Bear was back in the bush when Dalton.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I did see that. Yeah,
that was hilarious.
That was so sad.
And he died to Dalton.
You think about like Dog though with Hoshi. Hoshi is a really good ADC, but his strength doesn't come from him to like get 1 billion kills. It's that he's probably one of the only weak side ADCs in this tournament, and he does it so well.
I don't know. Have you seen Grant McDonald come bot lane once? Like, come on, man. Like, Grant McDonald has barely come bot lane.
Cyrus over here like, yo, no, it's me, bro.
No. It's definitely Hoshi, but come on.
What do you got for
Hoshi's
us?
strength is that he just straight up doesn't make many mistakes. Like, he's just very, very consistent. He'll be completely invisible in lane for the most of the time, but you just can't abuse him because he just plays back and just doesn't really do much. And then in team fights, he turns it on. Like,
You
that's
can play with ego, which is important. Like most players I know, they play with ego, including myself. We play with ego. He doesn't. He just lets it all go.
Marshall, I think you have the biggest ego in PRO.
Oh god.
Probably. I don't think
Probably.
anybody has ever contested that Marshall is the biggest fucking ego. The man lives in banter chat. He will get 0-20'd and then still show up like, yeah, man, my jungler fucking threw that. I mean, I don't do that, I do.
But like, oh my god, that's what he used to do when I was on the fucking team. This man will be like, "Oh, why'd you top?" I'm like, "Why were you top?" I'm like, "You told me to come top."
You're the dude in the blood match. You dove a full HP Aatrox.
I don't remember
winning.
He had it.
I don't.
He will literally freeze it on himself, get ganked like 17 times, then ping his jungler for not coming top lane. This man is like the
definition of the GG jungle diff meme.
All right, but Lunar Division. I think y'all need to start putting some respect on Ravens and scoreboards.
Dude, they're
It's-
good, man. They're good.
Man, you
What?
you say
Real.
put some respect on
I don't know
Ravens,
about Ravens.
but we scrimmed them twice, and now they're in our minds they're not even worth a scrim anymore.
Yeah,
we watched them
scrimmed them
both
once as
games.
well. Same thing.
We
I mean,
we
there's some teams that are
watched-
different in scrims and an actual thing. So you gotta take that into account. Like they might not be good in scrims, but they're probably just so better in actual games.
Here's the thing, though, right? Like we faced them at their strength. We faced them like they played their game day comps.
Yeah, man, we win scrims all the time, and we just lost to degenerates.
Yeah,
True.
Well, you have duels. Let's be honest. You have duels.
It's okay, Doc. It's okay, man.
But I remember we got like most of the starting broadcast with scoreboard, and honestly I gotta say, like, if you look all the way down to like week 1, scoreboard did not look good at all. They look like below
They look
average
like the worst.
team. Yeah, they look like one of the worst teams ever. But what changed that though? Like, was it the recent?
they dropped
They
half.
subbed
Didn't
like,
they overhaul
they
the-
subbed like
overhaul the
3
whole roster?
players. Yeah, they subbed like
they
3
cut
players.
3 players and added 3 new ones.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
They got
They-
perfect games by Kosa Luna, and then after that, they're like, okay, we'll switch things up.
When did it happen though? That was like
That was like week 4 or something. No, like week 3 or something. I can't
oh,
remember.
okay. So they did it super early because they did it
Yeah.
even later. Like, yeah, it would be they wouldn't have this position here. 8-4, insane.
Yeah, their top laner who played the first, I think, 2 weeks or first week. Yeah, he's bronze. Yeah, he's just straight up bronze.
Yeah,
And they just
they're-
topped that with a platinum.
It was
top
a
deck,
friend
so.
team. It was like a friend team that they
Yeah.
had, which, good on them. But
Good on
I
them.
guess somewhere, in the measurements, they're like, oh,
You
okay,
still pay to play.
maybe we should try to win this. Dark, you don't get to talk. You dance.
What do you mean I don't get to
Somebody else pays for you to play. You danced mid.
but but Lunar
I hate my old
Lunar
day.
Division, as much as I want to pay my respects, I think is the weakest from what it looks like. I mean,
Hands down, dude.
No. Our
I think it's the
our
weakest.
division is the hardest division. I'm being honest with you.
the Eclipse.
Yeah. in my opinion.
I think Solar is, but yeah, I would agree. Lunar is probably the weakest, only because they really don't have a 4th seed. Like, I think our top
No.
3 is very strong, but like, who's gonna be
Yeah.
4th? Iceborne.
I want Ouroboros to be for
Iceborne, Ouroboros, Undisputed.
Trying to do.
Like, those are very average teams to be playoff teams.
Yeah. I mean,
But
Iceborne
Ravens
might be able to
scoreboard.
flip on a best of 5 kind of format, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. They have the same like chemistry connection, kind of like what Glacial Rise and Eagles does, where they kind of, they don't do good in their best of 1 kind of regular season, but in best of 5, it's like, I don't know. It's in their game mode. It's in their blood to be able to win those, but yeah, it's so hard to get out of the best of 1 first to be able to start getting into that god mode.
Speaking of Lunar Division, can we just talk about the shit show that was Striking Vipers, though? Like, that was such a shit show.
That I don't understand. I think what I got from Striking Vipers is, okay, first of all, they are a great organization. Never
Yes,
had
they are.
issues, never had problems. Rob is a great guy, but obviously when you push buttons hard enough, I mean, even some of the greatest will kind of, they'll show their bad side of things. Everyone always has a bad side because of it, but it's always about the control, and he just couldn't have control of it because his name was being put through the dirt, I believe, or even just the organization. But from what I got from it was Striking Vipers, they didn't develop this team or they didn't develop the individual players as normal organizations does. This team was a pre-made team that came in. I was getting rumors that, some of these guys have new Discord names. It's like, who are they then? That's kind of weird to me. Like, why would it be new to Discord entirely and know that you're doing something wrong or you're doing something bad, especially on an organization that has good ties with PRL? It's kind of weird to me.
But then she even banter like after this thing ended out. Turns out there's a bunch of sexist and racists. Like,
Yeah, there was some
it's weird.
interesting
It's
comment.
weird. It's not even the Striking Vipers organization. It's just those players, and that's what I'm hoping people can see and separate that. It's not Rob's fault. It's not the name. They're doing great. They're doing some big moves for themselves, especially for their upper teams. But these guys, they're like, no matter how bottom of the barrel they are, especially like for like a golden plat team, like they're ruining that kind of reputation for them a little bit. And it's all like I don't respect those guys. I only respect Rob. I don't know who these guys are, and I don't respect those guys. Like I don't know what they're up to, especially if they're probably not on their real Discord profile. You know what I mean? Like it happens. That kind of stuff happens.
Those guys weren't banned
I
quicker.
think that
honestly.
was like the part that really hurt most people, especially for people that know Rob, is that this was obvious. Like this is very obvious, and many of us probably approached Rob outside of banter, outside of all this, and said, "Hey, this is what we're seeing. You should look into this and get ahead of it before it becomes an issue." And he ignored that advice. And then when everything came to fruition and things started to really light on fire, instead of stepping back again and being like, this is wrong, I need to save my organization's face, he doubled down and he started insulting everyone. So it hurts to see that because I like Rob a lot. But that was
Me too.
rough. That was sad to see.
You told me
You were defending them. Like I think
I was.
Yeah, you were.
Because when this first started, like I did my own investigation, and at first I'm like, you know what? I don't think there's anything wrong. Then I took a second and third look, and it's like, oh yeah, okay. Well, these two players are clearly smurfing. That's not okay.
Yeah, we got
personally.
what do you call it? When I got the story that saying that the guy, the top laner, what was his name?
Greek said.
Yeah,
he played all
So we were in draft. The broadcast was on, and they dodged when it was his pick to pick up a Kled, which was the champion of that pick. They dodged, and they say it was client issues. I was already kind of like buzzed up because they weren't ready before. They were taking their time. They already knew the rules, but they ignored the rules, always ignoring the rules. And it's like when do these guys just start listening? They're just ignoring it every single time. They don't care. They just don't. And then when that dodge happened and they said the client issue, whatever, right? It happens sometimes. But when a client issue occurs, it doesn't take 10 minutes to come back and try again. Like it took very, very long. I grew suspicion. I was like, all right, well, I got to see the gameplay first because I always grow suspicions of how good someone is with a champion. He dominated on Kled. I mean, like he dominated on Kled. Right runes, right items to pick for his matchup. Everything was
Kled's
perfect.
not an easy champion. Kled is actually a really difficult champion. To
no,
play
he
properly.
carried the game. He carried the game 100%. That top laner had nothing on the Kled at all. Just got completely. And it was a first pick too. It wasn't even like he was afraid of any counter picks.
Was it the delay because he had to go buy Zed on that account real quick, or not Zed, buy Kled on that account real quick?
What happened was, I forgot who sent it to me, but they said that hey, we have suspicions that guy didn't even own Kled, and when they said, oh, it was a tech issue from the game or a client issue from the game or a bug, the guy had bought the Kled because he didn't have it. And then he outperformed everyone. He did insanely good. Too good for a first-time Kled, And the thing is, he didn't even mention first-time Kled either, right? He never mentioned it even once. So that's kind of weird. I mean, I can understand if you at least mentioned it, right? Oh, it was a first-time Kled pick. But I don't know. That's really risky to first pick Kled and first-time Kled with it. That's kind of weird. You didn't even see the rest of the picks following up on that. And then... I had Deku because I use the power of Google, right? How do you check other people's purchase history? So we got him to share screen and to view the purchase history, and it showed that he bought Kled last night. So it was very obvious. Obviously, I don't talk to Rob or I don't talk to anyone. I'm kind of avoiding, having to intervene and do someone else's responsibility or someone else's job. I mean, I could have really went to Rob and told him, hey, we found that this guy literally did Smurf last night. Like he's a Smurf 100%. Like he's not saying too much about it. His Discord account is brand new too. So I'm very even more suspicious about it too. It was, I don't know. And he, like you said, Zed, like even after even after the proof was there, he kind of just I don't know, he didn't take it.
Doubled down.
Yeah, and he said
like,
we're
why?
And what was it? A week later, I had you guys in the lobby, and Zen told me, hey, are we one of your favorites because Rob said that we're your favorites? And I'm like, what? Like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, Like I do have a couple of favorites right now. You know what I mean? like Glacier Rising Eagles, yes. Dorado, Cosa's now. You know, Theory Nation always been my favorite in and out. EQ Storm, Degenerates after the win of last night. Everyone, you know what I mean? Everyone's my favorite.
Oh,
but
man,
Undisputed.
Undisputed. Maybe.
He likes Rogue. He likes Rogue.
But like everyone's my
That's like
favorite.
nobody else.
Striking
doesn't like
Vipers had always been our favorite, especially with the Mac Dewey buying a green chair, and we're like poking them around, saying, "Hey, like you're kind of showing that favoritism to Striking Vipers a lot, too much, you know, a little bit too much with the green chair." But for him to say that, I'm like, who said they weren't though? Our favorites, like who said that? You know, like I love, you know, I don't pick favorites because I have too many favorites, right? I don't pick them. You know, Glacier Rising Eagles, literally, what, I had them on a run to win the whole thing last year, and now they're not gonna make it. I'm not too sad about it, or I'm not gonna rig things for them. They suck now. Okay, I'm gonna move on to someone else. But
It's
no,
all C's fault.
yeah, I don't know. It's kind of.
We're not rigging things. I need the receipt back, by the way, and that PayPal thing that I sent you. Just send back like the 30 that I sent you.
I wish he did. I wish he did, man. But then again, I don't want to pay for the return fee. it's like $350, dude. It's $350 to return money through PayPal. It's kind of crazy. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened there, to be honest. I hope he didn't take it too personally. I hope he did take as many steps back as he could. And I hope everyone just sees Striking Viper as an organization separate from those 5 players that kind of try to ruin something good there.
And for the record, I know there was like a lot of.
Are these the same 5 players from like the last split?
These guys are new.
No, these guys are
No,
new.
these are new.
Because it would be really sad. Because last split, Striking Vipers, they were complete dog shit. Then they like revamped their roster. It was really fucking good. And then they just like I just never heard from that roster again. I don't know which players were on it, but like they were,
they were not
secretly
good.
They were secretly one of the best from Lunar. By the end of it, by the time they revamped the roster, they were just completely locked out of playoffs. So it was just like, why did you do it at that point?
I forget which team it was last, but they had like 18 roster changes, like full team changes, and they won it all.
Oh yeah, MG.
Actually, they had so many roster changes. Like you couldn't even scout them out properly because they like did so many changes. You couldn't even keep it up in documents. It was ridiculous.
Oh yeah, the support cup changing their name.
MG with their 80 different teams.
Oh, yo, a question. What was that deal when I forgot who it was? It was an MG team and then this other team. Both of them were Shredman, and then all of a sudden you just see Rise Shredman. I'm like, yo, I'm losing my goddamn mind.
No, that didn't happen. You must miss these buddies.
It's just a dream.
That's just a dream. Yo,
There's only ever been one Shred Man. I don't know what you're talking about, Dark.
Yeah, it's only been Shredman 3.
No, we're all
only just one.
Shredmans.
Are you okay, bro? Like,
Oh my
I
god.
think you lift too much.
Only been Shred Man number 3
Look at your
ever.
brain cells.
They can blame college for that, I guess. I don't know what to tell you.
That's right, kids. Dark went to college and now he dances mid.
Oh my god.
Never live it down, brother.
Never
I'm
let
never
it
gonna
down.
live it down.
so what happened? Why is it like a meme?
He danced.
It was just his reaction. That was
He
the-
danced mid against who the fuck was it?
It was Costa.
Yeah, against Terra. He danced mid with their jungler, and the support came up and hooked his ass, and they killed him for level 1.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, right? Week 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was funny.
The thing is that the funnier part was he forced his soul and his TP to his blobs, and he
Yeah, you 50 pieces of Zach blobs that killed 2 people.
No, I did not force him to. That was a player choice. I did not force him to.
It's how it was drawn up. Yeah.
For the meme to work, you need to have forced them, so that's what we're all gonna believe.
Oh my god.
I was screaming
Crying
after
and
when I saw
begging,
that.
saving.
Yo, team depth.
so
This is all about the team depth, I swear.
I get banned for 1 week and I'm screaming just watching that shit. I'm like,
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if it helped though, like when I was playing, I always got double banned. So if anything, that kind of helps.
true.
All right,
you always
guys.
get double banned
Outside
still.
of,
What was
outside of your
the,
own team, Outside of your own team, who do you think's winning it all?
Win it all.
I'm gonna just
Outside of your own
Costa
team.
Luna boys.
Smash
Yeah,
Murder.
Costa Luna boys.
I would think per division it would either be from Eclipse. I'd say Dorado.
Durando.
Durando.
Rondo.
Durando.
Yeah, just like
Durangadoof.
Big dog wins it all, man.
wins it all, yeah. And so
If we have to pick from our division, yeah, probably.
I mean, listen, if Waterbed gets Olaf, possibly.
I think.
Why did
mean,
Noah ban
on
that Tampa
on
Bay?
Friday, if you're not playing like Rek'Sai at least Sin, you're kind of trolling.
Well, it doesn't have to be
What
from
about
your own
Jarvan?
division.
I think
I
Jarvan.
think Smash Baron.
What's the
Our
word?
coach has got a mental block against Jarvan, dude. I just never see our jungler on it.
What's
I mean,
the
that's
word for
cool.
Kosa, by the way? Like, are they kind of are they kind of to themselves, or have they done anything kind of a little bit, out in public for themselves?
what do you mean by that?
What do you
What do you mean by that,
Like,
right?
okay, I hear from you guys all the time, but Kosa, I don't even know. I feel like I don't hear from them at all.
Right, you know me. I'm with Kosa.
From Luna or
I
Terra?
mean, yes, you, but
Caleb and Dalton.
it's
A couple
it's
of the
like
Terra
regular.
guys are pretty active in the Dorado Discord.
I mean, come on, you got the harmonica god himself, dude. Come on.
Caleb's
Fucking
pretty
Dalton, bro.
active. MGC. He's pretty
Yeah.
active. In fact, he was one of the ones casting the streams for last night.
Yeah, Corey did great.
Oh
Yeah,
my
they
god,
did-
his,
they did a really nice job.
I mean,
I
Caleb
watched
did
your
great
entire
color casting
stream.
too, but
yeah,
like
his play-by-play was amazing.
insane
Holy.
play-by-play by Corey. I couldn't believe it. When we were putting together the stream, I'm like, okay, we have 2 new casters. This is gonna be fine. People are gonna be happy just to have a stream. But he was incredible. I
Yeah,
had
he
no
needs
idea he
some,
had that talent.
He needs some offers.
Yeah. Really great play-by-play.
Rai.
Yeah. No, I honestly, I think I used to work with Corey. I remember I worked with one of these guys as a caster. I don't remember who.
I think it was Core JJ.
Yeah. There are some really great, talented people all
It was like
around.
2 splits ago. I remember watching the Theory Academy team play, and I think it was JJ who was casting it.
He's also the best ADC.
True.
Corey
around Novice.
JJ. I like saying his name. So good. Yeah.
Well, they were sure the position rankings are going to shuffle so hard.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
better be. They better
Yeah,
be.
yeah. Well, it's only the next ones that come at the end of the season are only going to include playoff teams.
Well, I'm
Not
so.
that-
Oh, yeah.
Not that
Well,
there was
like-
too much outside of it, anyways. But as an example, Faulted won't be able to be on the top laner list, even though
poor
he's a high performer. At the top.
Regicide's gonna be off that list now. Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah, no Reggie, no Otto,
Why-
no
why-
Jules. Who we
Why
all
not?
knew.
Why not 2 things though? Why not on season and then of course playoffs? Like
I
why-
feel
why-
like buy-in falls off once you've already been eliminated from playoffs, which is fine. So I think the more people that want to get hyped about going into playoffs are the teams that are still in it. So
Yeah,
I can jerk off Otto all day long, but he's still sitting on the couch.
Jesus, buddy,
I-
relax.
I believe
Holy.
in my EQ boys to make playoffs. That's all I'm gonna say. I believe in
they-
the EQ boys.
I
They
think
are
So long
making
as
it,
they're
I'm
not playing
sorry.
like a 3-7 team again, they should be good.
As long as Jules is not playing 20 Soul Senna in 30 minutes,
You could have stopped that sentence earlier. As long as Jules
Yeah.
isn't playing,
Did you
I
guys
believe in
not
T Garden's
Pepsi?
guarantee. Glacial will make playoffs.
Glacial will make playoffs.
believe
Yeah, I
Wait, is
believe in
that-
his
is that-
guarantee.
T Garden guarantee, dude.
Yeah.
Garden
I think-
T.
Just slap it right on there. The T Garden guarantee. 100% of the time, every
I
time.
think you can make it. Not gonna lie, they weren't like when we faced them, like it was like massive competitive. I'm not gonna like we played better than them, but they were still like not bad.
He didn't even
had a
take
decent-
cleanse.
I would say the
Well,
opposite happened with us when we faced
I don't
them. We
like
just
I think Jules gets a lot of hate because he talks a lot of shit,
It's not bad.
but he's not the
He's not
worst
bad.
ADC.
Yeah.
He's not
Okay,
the worst, but I
All right,
believe
hot
said he
take.
was
Who's
the
better,
worst.
T Garden or Jules? T Garden or
No,
Jules?
Jules for sure.
Jules.
No way.
Jules.
I don't know. That's a very good question.
Yeah,
It
T
goes
might be
back
better.
to
I'm
T
just
Guardian
saying.
hyping himself up. He's even in a conversation that's like not even related in skill yet. Like Jules definitely beats T Garden. Like
Shit.
I'm just
Shit.
gonna say I've laned against Jules. I've laned against I haven't laned against T Garden. From what I have laned against, I'm just gonna go with T Garden.
Yep.
I'm
I
just
was
gonna go with that.
yeah.
T might be better than Jules.
I've landed against both. I think Jules is a little bit harder. I mean, maybe it's just like Otto's better than.
Otto might be
Who's this?
making the
Otto.
difference.
Landis?
Otto
I think
Gap.
Otto's just much better than the other support, but
It's an
I
auto
do
gap.
believe- It's just that
Otto's
I can't
really
really say
good.
because they're both like lacking in their own areas, but they're good in other areas. Like Jules knows how to play safe and just let his team carry him. That's not a roast. It's me being respectful. While T-Guard, he's actually
Honestly,
able to create a lead and carry his team, but he cannot play safe for his life.
Who, T? Or
T,
Jules?
T can't play safe for his life.
Oh yeah,
no,
just
he can't.
yeah. He's such an over aggressive player. It's a double edged sword. If he gets fed, he can abuse it.
I think
If he
T is
does not get fed, he's kind of like a ward.
T is like has an incredibly high. When he was on our team, he was just some ego monster,
Yeah.
and he also intentionally ran our games, like purposely committed to it.
Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, there is some big top contenders for the AD carry spot. So I'm pretty sure you guys will make a document naming a few, right? I'm still pretty busy trying to catch up with everything. I won't be able to join in on that kind of stuff, but I cannot wait to do or wait to see who's doing the next survey. I know you guys are gonna make it a playoffs edition, but are you guys gonna wait until maybe after week 7 to do one? Or
We're waiting
we're
until
gonna wait.
after the regular season ends,
We're gonna wait.
Yeah.
and then we'll release it during the bye week.
Okay.
It's not gonna
So
work, so we're gonna make sure we get it right the first time.
what? No, it's never gonna be perfect, but it's definitely always
Yeah,
gonna
it
raid.
wasn't perfect last time. Didn't have Kiptard on that list. I don't know what they were doing.
No, it was perfectly
have
fine without the
any
Kip
of them.
It
card.
didn't have my boy SB Ritual, man. Like, come
Kib,
on.
you
man. I was disappointed.
Kib, you didn't see the asterisk there at the bottom, you know? Kib
No, I
Tard would
actually
ban.
didn't.
I don't think the Harmonican too high up personally on the top list. That's my
Man, you still salty about
what?
losing to him, bro?
Wait, Marshall, what'd you say?
I think Harmonican's too high up. I think he's definitely top 3, but I don't think he's number 1.
No.
I mean,
He does
he's
have
just
injury.
playing
Wait,
the best
Marshall.
so far.
What's your list, Marshall? What's
What?
your list? What's your
Number
list?
1, Marshall.
Number 1, Marshall. Number 2, Marshall.
I am a dead. I'm not that
I would think top 3. The three top companies are of course myself. Jeremy,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. Like, come on.
Myself,
who?
me, and I.
How's tomorrow's
Wait.
Camille not on that list?
Wait.
I would put.
Yourself? Who?
I have to analyze the other top. I know tomorrow you are a contender to be the 4th or 5th place. I'm
That's crazy.
Dude washes him and he's like, you're like 4th or 5th, bro.
My bad.
Marshall stole one thing from last night.
Hey,
Yeah,
don't worry.
fourth or fifth
Tomorrow we'll
vote.
slip you an honorable mention. No big deal.
Let's go, dude.
I think
Wait,
except for like the placement, the 80 carry like stays the same. Like the top 5 should stay the same.
carries the same thing.
Yeah, I think
Except
ADC will
for
be-
placement, I think that should
Yeah.
shake up a little bit.
I think placement will probably change, but I think ADCs are
I-
relatively similar.
I mean,
If
I think-
Otto gets
Where's
knocked out,
Doctor on that
Oh,
list,
man,
bro?
no.
Where's
I think
Doctor?
Axelfight should be bumped up 1 or 2 notches, in my honest opinion. Like, laning against you were pretty fucking good. That's why I'm just
Oh
saying.
yeah,
you should be bumped
Exafight's
up.
Appreciate it.
kind of a
it's
banger.
pretty.
I
It's all
swear.
myth, but
Well, actually, that's a big one there for the supports, especially if, for example, we lose Otto or the kid. Is Mirth really didn't qualify for the first one because he had played 2 games at the time.
yeah.
So but even in those 2 games, I actually made an argument for putting him on the list just because
Hey,
he's that good.
just don't give him Thresh, man. Like, what is teams doing? I don't know why we didn't ban Thresh. We were just trolling. That man's Thresh is actually disgusting.
Who's Thresh?
Merit.
Just wait till you see the kid's Thresh.
I saw it.
He is
Yeah, I
on
saw it too.
Wait for matches, Thrash. All right.
Okay, listen, that almost escape through top lane was amazing. Let's be honest, okay?
Oh, the one yesterday where he
Yeah,
I
where
was
he was
laughing his
tower?
ass
Yeah.
off when he
He
flashed.
hooked a melee minion through tower range and then flashed away. But
That was nasty.
tomorrow you should just let him go out of respect.
Yeah, I might have.
I thought about going to cut him off. I'm like, nah, it's Camille.
Yeah,
Camille's a map belonging East. Doesn't matter.
yeah, you'll have a hard time outrunning Camille. Dude, every time I got Nocturne ulted, I swear to God, I shit myself. I was like, he's gonna one-shot me. Holy
That
fuck!
was honestly horrifying, pun intended.
Holy.
What was with the Nocturne picks?
The Nocturne
Yeah, I don't agree with the
Two
Nocturne
Nocturne
pick.
picks.
I can explain ours very well.
Yeah. I can
So basically, what happened is I asked him what he wanted, and he said Nocturne.
The end.
And it made me want to kill myself.
Well, I mean, I sort of understand Theory Nation's perspective because you think about the Galio Camille combo. Well, you can't do the Galio Camille combo if you're Nocturne alted.
True.
But
Yeah.
I still don't like it.
If Camille engages first and Galio immediately follows up, it works, which we did at one point. And then also you just 5-man group is what we started doing, and I just stayed next to my ADC like all the time.
I'm playing Camille, right? And like I think one of Camille's biggest weaknesses is getting locked down and one shot, right? But you can't do that at 5 Galio. It literally just takes that weakness, throws it out the window. Because I could jump into 4 of you easily.
It's just high risk, high reward, man.
Yeah. But you'll never see a Camille from an even or behind state do anything. I swear to God, that champion, if not ahead, will not do anything besides pick people off.
I mean, when you guys first picked Galio, Theory Nation really, really needed to lock Camille in R1 or R2.
Yeah.
At that point.
You just can't give Camille Galley to anyone.
You really can't.
And the thing
that's
is
the
like
response.
I play Camille, and I also play Camille counters. So it just kind of locks him into the, oh, do I want to take Camille and get counterpicked, or do I want to give him Camille and try to counterpick him?
I agree. I don't remember the exact bans, but they probably should have banned Galio from you guys.
Yeah,
Not
I
necessarily
don't.
Camille, but Galio.
I was just, like shocked when they didn't ban Galio. I'm like, guys, we aren't getting Galio. There's no
I
way.
promise you, in every single game Camille is not banned, I will lock it in without even hesitating. I don't care. I'll lock it in.
All right, boys, you heard it here first. Strategy time.
I promise you, if it's not banned, I will lock it in every
Same
single
with Galio.
So ban Camille. Ban Camille.
Nah, it's okay. Just leave it up, homie.
Leave,
I don't
leave
care.
Galio and Camille open. Camille got nerfed. You don't need to ban that shit.
True.
No, that nerf did nothing. It did like.
No, she's nerfed. She's
No,
nerfed.
I'm
She's nerfed.
telling you, it did. It did. Like laning phase is her weakest point, and they're making it even weaker.
I mean, yeah, it is going to be a thing, but it's just not going to actually affect her problem areas, which is the fact that she can duel anybody late game.
Yeah, she can.
No, Camille's problem is she's too safe in lane
Cap. What? How is she safe?
Wait, you have.
She is safe in lane. That's one of the issues that she scales up because she's safe in lane. The W nerf is going to do a little bit for that, but it's for the most part going to be not very substantial, just due to the fact that any good Camille is just going to say, "Oh, hey, yeah, I outscaled them. Why the hell would I ever have to fight them?"
Yeah,
you
never really have to use your E aggressively unless you can kill in that moment. You never have to.
Yeah, you don't use it to cut wave.
Kai'Sa got big nerf too.
I think
not like Samira, man. Samira
we didn't nerf
was
Camille.
kneecapped. Samira was kneecapped.
Yeah, I think a way to nerf Camille would be like.
I don't even really think the Kai'Sa nerf is that big. In all honesty, like it's.
It's like,
if they wanted to hit her, they needed to hit her scalings, not her base damage.
Yeah, she scales too hard.
I mean, the buff to Caitlyn and Jinx might do something to Kai'Sa's win rate, but probably not.
Yeah,
I just
say
like really.
I just hope
the Caitlyn buffs are going to be bigger than the Jinx. The real Jinx buff is that bug fix that she got. That bug fix is going to be huge.
I just hope it's not Kate meta, man. I hate Kate meta so much.
What was the bug?
Her Q actually had like 10% less attack speed and whenever she had fishbones than it's supposed to. So she missed out on a lot of teamfight DPS.
What?
That's
actually insane.
Imagine Riot Games letting a champ have bugs for that long. Couldn't be me.
Man, it was like, what was it, like 2 seasons ago, the Rengar bug was your level 1 Q actually did more damage than your level 5 Q. So you just never level Q. You would just always just one-shot at level 1.
Yeah.
Just max W and you just fucking kill everybody.
So Riot's horrible at them. They need a top player on the balanced team, I swear. I've been saying
Oh my God.
for 3 years.
Okay, we're buffing Renekton, we're buffing Mordekaiser.
Higher Marshall Origin see HR's Renekton buffs and all the counters did nerf.
You know what? We're gonna add some armor scaling to Mordekaiser.
Yeah, like even more armor.
I hated Mord when he was broken. He was like my most hated champion. But now I don't think he's balanced. I don't think he's unbalanced. I think he's pretty good or not like. I think he's like a bit lower than average right now.
I think what Mordekaiser needs is to swap his passive in W. That way he can activate the W whenever he wants, right? But
so old Mordekaiser?
Kind of like old Mordekaiser kind of in a way, and just have his passive when he does damage.
Which old Mordekaiser?
Right before the rework.
After the rework was dumb.
I think just like swapping his shield and his AoE like, a lot more fair.
Like I just think if you build QSS against Mord, he just becomes so useless.
Yeah, you
I
just play
swear.
GP into Mord. You can poke him and you can fucking W his entire ult.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
Or
GP
even
you have to
Rengar
be good
into
at
more.
though.
Yeah.
If you know what I
GP you
mean.
have to be good at, I think, because like you still have to know where to place your barrels. Like, I can't even play that champion. Like I think
Man,
he's harder than Camille easily.
I'm a support man and I can play GP, brother.
GP is nothing hard to
Guess
play,
support's
honestly.
got too much mechanics.
Boom. I throw those thrush hooks. I hit them like 20%
I
of the time.
hit the ward button a lot of times. Me hard roll.
I don't think I've seen a GP this season in PRL.
No, there has been.
I think Hostile played it.
Wasn't there a failed dive on a GP and got a double? I don't even remember as
No, that was
well.
last week. I'm pretty sure Hostile played it. I thought.
Didn't they?
Yes, they did.
That's probably because no,
A while ago.
no one remembers
Yeah,
it.
he played it.
Yeah.
He played it yesterday against Hostile. He
Or
went 5-8.
hostile.
GP is so bad right now, in my opinion.
The
Hey
game.
man, we played APGP
Well,
in
it's
a script.
Cole because Cole built APGP too, like 2 seasons ago, right? Was he the same guy that did that?
I don't think so.
I have no idea.
The thing though, looking at the game, GP went 5-8. His jungler and Nuffins went 19-10. The mid laner went 3-9. And his bot lane, when it combines, 2-25.
Oof.
That's not me.
Yikes.
That isn't actually in the match report. Oh my lord. 2-25.
I like all the guys on Hostile. Just unfortunately, they took on a losing record and then just could never get anything snowballing.
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
kind of sat pretty neutral.
Yeah, they couldn't
Yeah.
do too much. It's not their fault.
What are they, like 3-3 since taking over or something like that?
Yeah.
3-4, 3-5,
I think
something.
they're like 2-5 or something.
Yeah, something like that.
They weren't that good in anyway.
Yeah, no, they're not that good. They weren't going to make
I kind
playoffs
of
even
think
if they
that
had a neutral
but-
record.
I think Hostile is actually the worst team in our division right now. I think Degenerates is a bit better.
What about Noble?
I think Noble's way better. I think
Noble's better than most of those
EQ.
teams did.
Noble, you think Noble knocking EQ out?
I think
I-
Noble beats EQ tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but next Wednesday. I think so.
Oh baby.
Noble
Heard it
is
here
not
first.
because they're
I mean, like, I know some of the players. I know Viger, I know Volta. They're both pretty good.
Yeah, Viger benched himself though.
You know what? I want to know the story behind Jolt save gain. Otto, can you please tell us
No.
the most compassionate?
We still don't know.
To this day, it's a mystery.
What happened with
No,
Joe?
like really, like he was. What happened is basically we had gotten Baron, we were setting up a push, we just gotten a team fight off, it was going well, and then suddenly we just hear someone come in and talk in what sounded like either Japanese or Mandarin,
What the
and
fuck?
he starts talking back to them, and then he just stops moving, and then they kill him, and then we lose all tempo, and then he just doesn't talk again for the rest of the game. He still moves around, he just doesn't talk.
Guys, I'm
Really?
pretty sure
That
Jolt's was
happened?
the answer though.
Yeah, it happened last night against Degenerates. It's how they won the game.
That's a feel good.
No. So it wasn't even like a real win at all.
You know what? Rise overturning it right now.
No, I'm not gonna
Does
do
not-
that. I can't.
Here's the PayPal,
No,
guys.
like, I don't like. We were still on the back foot before that. We had just gotten Baron and started picking up pace. It's just that
Yeah.
the comeback had like been shut down by that. Like there was no way for us to actually win the game after that point because, well, you know, this was our second Baron. We had just set it up. We were about to crack inhib turrets, and then we're pinging like, dude, back up, and then we just hear him talking to someone, and then someone talking to him, and then he just
Muted.
stops moving
Time to
and
wrap it up
just
with
gets
another
caught
call.
and dies.
Shoot. That sucks. I can't believe that happened. But it
Just
does
So, like,
happen.
honest opinion, is Jolt better than Rhino?
Yeah,
Ooh.
easy.
Yeah, I think so too.
To be
I
fair,
think Rhino is he's a cool guy. It's just his champion pool is very, very limited.
Shen. There
Rhino
you
is
go.
one
I
game
know.
on,
And he can get in the way of a lot of shot calling a lot of the time because he does shut down a lot of stuff. Like he's very timid in how he wants to approach the game, whereas everybody else on the team wants to be aggressive and everything else. So we'll say like, oh hey, yeah, we want to set up for this, and they'll be like, no, we can't do this because this, and this, and that hesitation. You guys are all in teams. You know that half a second of your top laner not TPing when the other guy is doing it. That's a team fight.
Yeah.
Tomorrow knows that feeling a little bit from yesterday.
Yeah, he does. Oh my God, 4 people
So
TP'd into bot lane from Terra. Where was your TP?
we were like going into like the second half of the split. We knew that a change had to be made somewhere because we knew that hey, we're not going to win the championship with this, so we need to swap out somewhere. So we decided to swap out Rhino and try out other top laners, and Jolt, who was Swift Esports top laner from last time.
Yeah.
We got approached by their old coach Blake, who told him that he's looking for a team. So we tried him out, and it ended up working out really well. I'm hoping that whatever it was last night was just sort of a fluke.
It probably was.
But for the most part, it's been like really good with Jolt so far.
I'm excited to face Jolt. I hope we play you guys in playoffs if you guys.
So I need to turn on my in-game audio because this shit is like really loud.
Yeah, Joel. Even after just joining in, I could already feel the difference in the champion pool entirely. Like he plays, sometimes aggressive, and also the TPs are like, even on point too. Yeah, like I've seen it so many times where teams would start up a team fight, and then you see the 2 teleports from an enemy team, and then you don't see one from your team's top laner or your team's mid laner if they both are running teleport for that game, and it sucks. You already know what's gonna go down. That is just, like if there's a late TP coming in, it's late. Like, you show up and everyone's dead, and then now you're getting chased down at the end, and you're probably gonna burn a flash too and still die. It just happens. That's just the synergy. But with Jolt seems like he's the type of guy that, definitely does he play Fiora? I feel like he does.
Ew.
I can't. I'm not going to comment on that in a public.
Oh, right. Okay, well, I feel like Jolt can do. He's very versatile. Like he was playing the Volibear, but
he'll do whatever we need him to play.
What you need,
like that.
What you need actually from any top laner, unless that top laner is like ridiculous and they're picking like Irelia, Fiora,
also,
Camille.
It works really well to. He works really well with. He works really well with Hunter. You guys know Hunter is Regicide, but we know him as like his old IGN. He works really well with him because Hunter, he really loves playing like with aggressive topside players, which is why him and Jeremy worked so well last split. Unfortunately, with Rhino, like with him being very passive, there wasn't much that he could really do on the map. Like, I'm pretty sure the meme is that we're pretty much Regicide with like fucking 4 people around him praising him as a god, and that's how we had set up the team pretty much from the get-go because he's a really good jungler. And being able to put him ahead he's going to use that pressure a lot better than pretty much any other jungler in the tournament.
We 100% see that. Like with Martial Arts for a while, we did a couple in houses, and Hunter was there before the name change, and then he's super good, man. I'm like, yo, like I wish I could play with Regicide a bit more, and kill off Martial Arts for a while. but yeah, like Regicide is insanely good. I mean, he's even playing the Skarner. How is that feeling for him if you think about it?
Last night he hates Skarner. He just wanted to pick it because they locked Hecarim and he thought it would be a free win, and it turns out that you need actual winning. Well, I wouldn't say you need not to be playing into Morgana for Skarner to be able to do shit.
Yeah.
Or top bench.
I think we all were wondering, how did the draft go too? The order pick. Like, was Morgana flex at the very end, or did you guys kind of picked into it?
We sort of picked into it. I was wanting to pick Karma into it, but it was just sort of like last minute mistake in the middle of the draft. Like we're trying to conceal top lane to give him counter pick.
Yeah.
So we had to pick that, and because we know we were playing towards top side, we wanted just to sack bot lane, let top lane get ahead. But unfortunately, Jolt fell really far behind really early on, so that sort of like scuffed the entire plan.
How did
we started
that happen?
out that game really well too, because like both Sam and Jolt were far ahead in the beginning, but one team fight or early skirmish around Rift Herald like pretty much ended it.
I remember we faced you guys back on the Rhino thing. You had Shen and Rex against me and Aatrox. I was surprised you made no plays topside the entire game. Just
Yeah,
like,
Regicide kept trying to go up there, but it kept getting called off.
Shen
That's one of the
Rek'Sai is
reasons.
top. You one shot most top laners with that combo.
Yeah. That's actually what we were talking. One of the main reasons why we decided to go with Jolt, because of, well, that game in specific. And I'm not trying to trash talk Rhino. He is a really cool guy. I'm just saying that the way he wants to play the game is so different from how most of us wanted to play the game that we just could not find a way to get the team to work.
Yeah, it's the playstyle that you guys go with, and that's what really fits a team. Rhino's playstyle will probably fit in a team like with Kosa's, because Kosa, any other team, they really don't focus that much topside at all. So he would fit right in that kind of playstyle where he's just kind of playing back and watching how everything goes, and then he can take off too.
Yeah, like last season in Rift Walkers, he was like the perfect fit for them because they never wanted to gank top lane, and they would just put him on Ornish in every game, and then let him do whatever the hell he wants to do, and then win the game that way.
There was a season where he got force banned off of the Ornn Shen all the time because they knew how strong it was. But this season, I mean, I don't know, like teams and players, they changed. Something like clicked into the minds of everyone else. I mean, I've seen better change. Even if you guys are 5th right now or even 3-way tied, it's a better change. Like, there's absolutely more competition. Our old favorites are being dropped out potentially from playoffs run, which is kind of, very new to us. We see amazing players where we think the playstyle didn't fit for a team, switching over to different teams and then seeing them succeed. I mean, it's been good so far. I love seeing it. I mean, everyone wants to be a winner for sure, so it probably doesn't feel the best for those that are losing, that wanting to be that winner. But in perspective of how the competition's going and how the organizations are doing, I think it's been doing pretty great itself, Even watching Death Cards too. Death Cards, I mean, not saying it's been an entire failure in the academy, but for the Novice League, I mean, they've been like from bottom and worked their way up again. Probably even better, honestly. Like, they done really good. Axify did leave, unfortunately, but...
we can finally talk shit about him.
No! No!
It's happened to a lot of teams. Look at the theory. Like, we went 0-2 week 1, then we just came back in a 6-game win streak. Even went 0-2 only because we just...
And then, you had the 1-3, but,
Yeah, but now we're coming back.
Hey, you gotta take it week by week, kids.
Take it week by week. Don't bully me.
UND coming back from 4-4, 8-4 now.
And then the sudden moves too, right? Like Jermican leaving before the regular season started. Malhart actually swapped between 2 teams during in the season. Malhart was in EQ Storm, right? Was he? No. Oh my goodness.
No, he was in Copenhagen, which was MG.
MG Nightmare.
Yeah.
Okay. So he swapped over. Now he's doing better, I think, because Matsy is super aggressive too, and Malhar likes the aggression. He wants to take over topside. Just like, I don't even know. It's kind of weird. You see him the moment he gets like tier 1 tower, you see him in a jungle taking all the camps already. Like, it's kind of weird, but that's the way it goes. But I can't wait for the list, like playoffs list. I mean, I want to always include everyone, but honestly, I mean, yeah, it sucks. It's not gonna be like that, at least until after week 7. But
it won't make sense to include people who aren't making the playoffs just because, like, they probably won't even be here to read it.
Yeah, we want to keep the
buy-in.
Yeah, we want to keep the buy-in alive and also the scouting alive too, to the relevant stuff, right? Like everyone's scouting each other, at least within their own division, but after that, you only have to scout out the one opponent that you have to face every week by week basis. So definitely the Costa teams, they're looking like they're gonna make it out. In fact, Costa Terra has already locked in their first place spot in Eclipse. Because of the 2 games that are only left over, and they're the only ones 11-1 with a second team trailing at 8-4. So Smash Barn is locked in, but not for first, and so is Costa Luna, but not for first. So games Are you guys gonna label like the most important games?
Are you so we're not going to be ranking teams. We kind of thought about it, and I don't see a way that we can get players that are playing to rank teams effectively.
Yeah.
Everyone saw
Because
my team ranking. It was kind of scuffed to say
It
the
was
least.
a kind of Marshall favorite, if I say so
Yeah, it
myself.
was.
Just a little bit.
Small bit biased.
so it doesn't work. So we're only going to be focusing on the players, not necessarily the teams and the games.
Yeah.
That will leave to you guys to hype up, obviously.
It's gonna be cool because like I think every team going in has players that really shout out them. Like you have
Everything shine. Yeah.
you have Mid Grand Canyon and Central for Luna. Not the
What the heck? We got the number 1 bot lane, and you focus on Central and Caleb.
shut up.
Well, they do absolutely good. You know.
They pop up almost every game. I don't know about you, but
What? I got the highest KDA of any support.
Wait, what's your KDA right now?
yeah,
Big guy?
that's your
I don't know. I think it's like 11.8 or something. I don't know what
Okay, you know what?
Battlefield's.
Okay, you might just have maybe, just maybe. Okay.
Imagine not dying for your 80 carry. Could have been me.
I mean, Kibbs, you only have the second highest win rate for supports.
Fuck you.
Just before how Stormers is like main like spearheaded by Regicide and Smash Barn spearheaded by Jermican. And of course, Theory, you have myself and Goat.
Man, you just put no respect on Grant McDonald's or Rise name at all, do you?
I thought Grant McDonald was on
No, he's on
Smash
Smash
Barn.
Barn still. but-
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he might be like, late game shenanigans aside, he might be the best jungler in the tournament.
He might, but I don't know. I see a lot of Jermican and Zyro. Like Zero and Jermican. Like
Well, Jeremy's Jeremy, He's
Yeah.
I think in terms of like the most valuable people, and honestly, like discounting Jermican because he is just
insane.
like top lane is like the weakest role in the entire tournament, and he's one of the only good ones. So like,
top lane weak role confirmed.
I don't know. I think
no top laners in the tournament just kind of suck.
Yeah,
I kind of feel like support's
Most
kind
of
of
them
weak too
do.
right now.
Most of them do. I haven't been really challenged, but most. Respect.
Yeah, support I feel is really weak as well. There's a lot of weak supports. Maybe only 7 or so in the entire
Just so
tournament.
fucking boring. Stop giving me TK. Stop giving me fucking anything. Give me something that I can actually play on.
I just
Pipe
want
and
them
Zenith, then you don't have to play TK.
We will
trees for like the next 10
You want some
minutes.
tight support, bro?
we will be
Fucking
picking
give it to me, baby.
Where's
we
your
will also be
phone?
picking an overall MVP as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Funny enough, me and Jules were like dueling like about a week ago. We were like going to this huge hot and he just goes, "Man, shit's going so well right now. What's the worst that could happen?" And then immediately we get into the next game and we're against Jermican and Grant McDonald on the other team.
in fact,
And it was like Jermican's Wukong and Grant's Viego. And our top laner went like 0 and 20.
in fact, Sen, what I wanted to do for top MVPs, because I wanted to do this since the beginning, but it's not even feasible anymore with what happened recently with me. But I wanted to put in money for top MVPs out there and give them something, like a cash prize, like an early one. Well, obviously,
Give them something PRL related. I think that's something that most people would like.
Like a jersey or something with their name on it.
Because your guys' gear is clean as fuck.
I will have to ask Champ about it. We are getting a meeting together tonight, so I'll ask Champ about it. But so far, yeah, like I can't give anything on this side. I spent so much in the past 4 days. I was like, oh my goodness, man. This is
I will
crazy.
say, you guys do need to redo your shop because like I went on there just like clicking around for a while.
Yeah,
and that thing is formatted so weird.
It's the Wix website. I tried to use HTML format for Wix, kind of like something that you could just do on a notepad, and it works really well. Wix doesn't allow that unless you afford premium or something like that. I'm like, why can't you do simple coding without needing a premium if you can do simple coding on an HTML notepad? Like, what? Like, that doesn't make any sense. I went crazy, and I've been talking about it too. I've been saying we need to redo the website, get rid of Wix. Wix sucks. I don't like it. I couldn't even do a simple add Twitter or a simple slideshow. I couldn't do any of that. It freezes up too much. You can't stay there editing the whole day because I don't know what's going on. I know we had to fix up the website. I want the website to look super amazing.
It's so outdated. It's all from last split, and it's just
it's been like that for 2 years. Yeah,
it's been like you still have the old split stuff from the summer split, and it's like, oh, soon the fall split. Now the winter split's almost halfway over, and there's nothing new up there.
Hey man, once Jules goes to the military, I'll just join the broadcast team and get someone to do fucking power rankings for you guys again. Holy shit! That was the most fun part of this split.
We need a lot. We need a lot of help from that. Yeah.
When you need the journalism side again, just hit us up because it's definitely something we want to keep doing with PRO.
It was fun.
Oh yeah, it is always fun. You know, putting yourself on top.
Yeah.
We had Marshall's top.
No honorable mentions then. Still remember that.
Bro, you were banned when you talk about games. Well, Kibbs, you talk about our metrics. You talk about our metrics that we were looking at, which is like performance in PRL as well as value to the team. You can't say that Kibbs is valuable to the team when he lost his team 2 games.
Technically, Dark did that. I'm just gonna.
Damn, fucking right out of our bro.
I will love.
Dark under the bus.
I would love to do more.
I was put on tank. Like, what do you want me to do?
I would like to start it off slow and work for like players, right? Like that's like the beginning of the thing you do, players, and then work up slow for organizations, how they starting up, how they're doing, and what they're doing. You know, like slowly kind of, you know, get the managers involved, get the owners involved, because it's all very important. It all collabs very nicely. Even the coaching too. I mean, not all coaching is to perfection or to maybe something that, you know, your theories don't work with this coach, but some theories of different coaches. I mean, even though they're not following like some of the popular kind of trends out there for coaching, I mean, the game is really set for all possibilities. Like you don't have to pick anything meta. That Shaco pick, Shaco could absolutely be insane, but no one picks it because it's not the meta. It's Skarner, it's Kindred, it's what else? Udyr right now going crazy. So I don't know. There's like so much to talk about that isn't talked about that I wish we could, you know, like but at least we're getting the players ranking down with you guys. Thank you all so much, and anyone out there that's helping out with that. I mean, it's really, really appreciated. And honestly, you know, once I get back on board, I mean, I still gotta fix up tonight and a lot of other things, but it's been very appreciated. But I can't believe what happened last night. I really can't. The moment I got my internet back, the moment I started working on the game records, I was like, what just happened? Like I missed it, and it is crazy.
It was a wild week.
All I'm saying is, when is the PRL? We should have PRL All Stars in the bye week.
Yes,
they should vote on it.
You're talking about like during grand finals and like semis.
Nah, because after the season ends, we have a week off, right? And then we come back for the best of 3s for playoffs, don't we?
No,
you guys got to set the bracket.
You know?
Only some teams have a bye, but what you could do is do it like the NFL does, where you do an all-star sort of thing. But if you're in grand finals, you can't compete. Just like if you're in the Super Bowl, you can't be in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah,
I'm about it.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
We're gonna have to really see, because we tried out all stars before, and the thing is that there's like no incentive for all stars as much as like just for the memes, you know. And most of the times,
rights, baby, that's all I would play for.
Yeah, but like most of the times that we do pick our all stars, like probably they won't even show up to play. It sucks. We did it one time, and all of our 10 selected all star players to play, only about maybe like 4 of them showed up. So yeah, the first time it worked good, everyone showed up, but after that it's been like getting lower and lower. There's no incentive for all stars unless, you know, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to build an incentive for that. I mean, it's not that people are getting greedy, is because there's more value when you're playing the actual season than there is when there's just nothing for you afterwards, you know. Like you're not in the season anymore, you kind of want to do other things, or you kind of want to relax maybe a little bit, or scout a lot more for like new potential. But I don't know. All-Star Things is awesome. I think what you could do is build like an all-star rosters and but not actually like play it, unfortunately.
I can get behind that too. Well,
I'm just waiting for one of you guys to make like a fantasy or something.
Yes, I wanted to do that too, man. I wanted to do that too. Remember in ABL where everyone pitched in for like riot points, Otto?
Yeah.
I wanted to do that, but without the pitching. You know, like actually just me pitching in, you know, what people get for like first and fourth. You know, that's it. Like third and fourth are the same prize, first and second are different.
Or just just have guy track stats and then just have someone pick from like
because
the actual thing.
Because the buy-ins,
just so you guys know,
what's
Zohan did.
I don't think that it should have to be like a actual tournament. It should just be like a for fun thing. I think.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Zohan did reach out again. He is alive, just so you guys know, from ABL.
Yeah, he talked to me a little bit ago. I'm in his fantasy league on Sleeper right now.
Yeah,
he's getting smacked on that.
I passed on it, but it's like, dude, I thought you were dead. Like ABL just suddenly disappeared without a single word.
It was one of the top ones, and then suddenly it just didn't exist anymore.
Just
it was
didn't
weird.
Exist. Yeah, very weird.
Who's ABL?
It's an old league.
Oh, okay.
It was like maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It disappeared about a year ago, but it was like sort of going down, and then but like their owner just was gone, like completely ghosted.
Like they were like, depending on how big ABL was for a little while, they were holding like the quote unquote ABL Worlds. They were being like, he got like a deal like one of his local bars to like show the games at his at the bar so people could go there and actually watch it, which was weird. I don't know why he did that, but you know, the fact that he was able to get that approved shows that it was at least somewhat popular. They were getting comparable numbers to PRL, and then just like I just stopped hearing about it, and I went on the Discord, and no one has talked or done anything on there for like 6 months, and it was just so like out there.
It was really just weird. But I mean, at least he's alive, so that's nice.
Yeah, that's good.
I want
Holy
another
shit,
blood
I just
match.
came back.
Those are actually super fun.
The matches are incredibly fun. We did one
I know.
against Dog.
Nah.
Which is a lot of fun.
But yeah, I mean, listen, Dave, you have trauma, which is what happened with Marshall that time. So.
Nah.
Oh man,
I heard, actually, now that I think about it, Otto, Jules still owes Marshall a tier 3 subscription. He never gave it to him.
Wait, really?
He does?
Yeah, he does. At the time after the match, he said he didn't have enough money to do it. Which because he accidentally gave it to somebody else. It's not like he was shorting his bet. He accidentally gave it to somebody else besides Marshall, but then he said he would get Marshall later, and he never did. I mean, I'm certain it was an accident, but you know.
Totally.
Yeah, the gifting is like kind of weird. You know.
Yeah, it is kind of weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I also deserve my interview, but.
Only when you don't dance.
That was a great dance you did, bro. Could you go over it for us, Dark?
I dared you for 2 weeks in a row. Shush.
Dark, I carried you for
banter again any second now.
Dark, I carried you for an entire split. Okay, stop talking.
Oof.
And who went to your lane to get you fed?
Not you.
What do you mean, not me?
You know, the kid came top almost every game to give me ganks, as you just refused to gank.
What do you mean I refused to gank? I was literally there.
All right. Leave the Theory Nation Black drama.
Yeah. So, all right. So, is there anything else we can really talk about with the PRL right now that could be?
What do we think?
Meta. We can talk about the meta shift. How it's gonna be playing out in the jungle.
Is it because of 11.4?
Shift.
Yes.
11.4 just came out. I just updated.
It's gonna be a huge shift in how this game is gonna be playing right now.
So they
does not affect you as badly as you thought. You still get level 4 off of full clear, so there's no issue.
The only issue is that it's going to affect, like, the longer the game goes, the less important the jungler is going to be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also, like, if
that's why you describe it, early game junglers.
If you're like a slow clear kind of high gank, like Evelyn sort of deal, I don't think Evelyn's going to be as good.
Yeah, I agree. I think Evelyn's gonna be really, really bad.
But farmers are just fine.
No, I don't think like farmers.
A lot of analysts think like Lee Sin is going to be pick or ban just because he's
Yeah,
so
I
good
agree.
early and so terrible late, but it doesn't matter.
I thought
Jarvan's
that
gonna be
before.
really good. Sejuani's gonna be good.
Yeah,
Zach
Jarvan could be really good again.
I think
Elise
Trundle is
gonna
gonna
be
come back
good.
into
That's
meta.
yeah. Trundle's gonna
I
be
think
back in the
Trundle,
meta.
yeah.
Elise is going to be good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Udyr is still gonna rule the fucking kingdom. I hate
Udyr
that.
is still the best jungler. That's not changing.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
again,
know.
you're
Because
still
he
getting
can clear
level
end
4.
game.
Mundo as well. Mundo is gonna be played still pretty active.
In solo queue, I don't think he's ever gonna make.
No,
it
I don't think he'll be in competitive
I
play.
mean, I've been spamming him in solo queue, and it's
Have you been
ridiculous.
spamming him
like
in PRL?
in
I will.
PRL.
I will if
is
I
not
got a
like
chance.
what I mean. Like if it's played in PRL, is different, right? Like I'm saying it won't be played in like LCS, LCK.
Well,
that
like
type of
he
shit.
can 1v1 any of the current junglers level 4.
Yeah, he can. I agree. Like I saw him 1v1 my Kazakhs, and it was just like, oh, okay, that's
Yeah,
balanced.
he runs him down.
I was playing
Who
with
he pleases.
I do anything to avoid that champion.
Bugs, I am the bug.
You're still going to be
Meow.
level 2 when
I was
Udyr's
a
level
9-0 overtime, and I lost a 1v1 to a 0-3 Udyr when I was
Would be a fun champ.
Wait, really? How do you? I swear that's impossible to lose. What the
Dude,
fuck?
it happened. I was shocked. I was like, "What the hell?"
Was he going tank or?
He was going AP. He was like
Oh,
a
what the
hybrid
fuck?
AP tank.
Oh, okay. So with the Lich Bane, the build I like to do.
His Lich Bane, it just melted me, and I was so confused.
Yeah,
It's like, wait,
I
how
love
did
it.
I fight? It's like I half health him in one day, but then he just ran around me in circles, and I was like, "Oh shit, I can't touch him." I just
All I'm saying, Vigar mid lane. I like the buffs.
What was the buff? I thought it was just like ulti cooldown.
It was
ulti and Q cost, but I mean the base
Also, his build got
ulti.
really fucking better with Everfrost actually having shit.
His base ulti at level 3 is 60, so if you just have Cosmic
Cosmic
Drive, you're
Drive
getting
is-
it down to like 30 seconds, man.
No, Cosmic Drive is gonna be done on him too.
Yeah.
Because
Cosmic Drive's going to be good on a lot of people. I think
I
Rise
don't know
fucking up.
that item is such a sleeper pick. I love doing the item on.
It got
I mean,
changed.
It just
I
got
know.
changed. It wasn't that good, but now
No,
it's
it was good. I used to go on Lilia. You just outkite anybody in the entire game.
Yeah, what's it? So they removed the bonus movement speed. It's if you have at least 160 ability power, gain 20 ability haste and 10 to 30 movement speed based on level.
which gives you a total 40 ability haste for the whole item. It's
Yeah.
And
like that's
it's
going to be
permanent.
insane on Rise, insane on Cassiopeia.
Mordekaiser too. Can we go to Mord?
I wouldn't build that on Mord.
I'm gonna build it on
I
Mord.
saw it on Rise too, like earlier today. We were doing our European stuff, and yeah, it's really good.
The thing though is that Renekton's getting nerfed, which is like the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. He's not even that good right now. A B tier top lane is getting nerfed, guys.
It would have to be martial arts for White and Jermic and worried about the Renekton nerf. It had to just be only those two.
Yeah.
Let's just
I
let's
mean,
just nerf all the
Renekton's only really getting like a small nerf for sustain, right? Like he
thing, though,
does
right?
have.
You're
quite a
nerfing
bit
his
of
early
sustain.
game, which is like you're nerfing a champion's early game when his only thing is his early game.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I
but
like
yeah.
I can play that champion and like do fine in lane. Then I just feel like a fucking rat just walking around. The only way I'm killing anyone is if I'm flashing on the ADC. That's it.
I have this new build where I go like a Sunfire Bork build into a Titanic. It's an on-hit build. They're also incredibly tanky. I average like around 5,000 health when I ult, and I'm just also incredibly tanky.
Soraka getting buffed. I'm disgusted.
Yeah, I don't like
baby.
Are we gonna
I really
see
just wish
Soraka
they would
top?
just nerf Bruiser healing so that actual healing could be a thing.
Yeah,
Yep.
like Camille's healing is insane.
I don't even think it's.
What? No,
I don't think it's her. I think it's Bruisers. Like,
I think Camille's
healing
like,
is not insane. She only heals from her W and grasp. That's it. That's
and
her
her
W
item.
heals her. Her
I
what?
think the fact they just need to get rid of fucking Ravenous Hunters, like incredibly high bullshit.
No, they got rid of her
they answer a
Ravenous
lot.
Hunter's Omnivamp. They
They're
nerfed it by
half.
10%.
Okay, the Urgot
So
on hit scaling is now 75%. Harmonica got only picking Urgot now.
Yes,
Perfect. Perfect.
Only playing on hit Urgot. That's actually kind of nutty.
It's back.
What's up with them and on hit? Because Katarina's on hit scaling just got buffed 2 on her
They're
R,
buffing
which
the
is
past
stupid.
Lane is right now in solo queue.
It's the Bork Kraken Slayer Katarina.
Yeah,
Oh
16% bonus AD, and it's a 35% on hit ratio per knife.
It's so dumb. Like, why would you nerf Katarina? Now I have to nerf Katarina every rank. I'm a banner every rank game because my team can't play against it. So I'm like, well, shit. Now I'm forced to ban her.
Just
Like she legit just didn't need a buff. She was already strong, like with the AP builds. The AD build is still trash, but like
not anymore. It's not.
It's been good. It's just that like it's just hard to deal with usually.
Hey, a Mumu buffs.
Pogger.
It's really not that much though. I don't think that would change him. 2 extra health and a little bit more base damage on his E.
That's a lot.
Buffs are pretty nice.
I'm just waiting for the return of like Tank Echo or some shit.
No.
Oh my god, bro, that was so much fun.
Is that season 5 when that was first a thing?
Yeah, season 5 or 6.
I think it was
Oh
6.
my god.
Tank Fizz and Tank Echo just ruled the planet.
Oh my god, yo. On-hit Fizz was. Oh,
What about Tank
AD
Yasuo?
Fizz.
That shit was so fun. I swear to God.
I hate
Yasuo with Frozen
Get off my
Mallet
team.
and yo, it was
I
so
love
fun.
that.
It was so fun. I'd play top. Like that's where I got all my points on Yasuo. Was just one tricking Yasuo top. Like he's my most played champion to this day because of that.
Yasuo was fun to play.
I'm going for evidence. Yeah, 2-7.
Ranks down.
Holy.
Hi.
Yeah, like Yasuo for me was like also my most played champion like 2 seasons ago. He was up to a certain point, but now my car is up there.
No,
Oh
for
my
me it's still
gosh.
for me it's
Ugly rat.
Yasuo, then Rengar, then Jax. That's my top 3 mastery points. I still one trick Rengar also. I love fucking one shotting ADCs. Holy
What-
shit.
Mine's Renekton.
Rank
And
is
there's
still
zero
the same.
chance of play.
Trucks. Then I have more Kaiju in the back.
Yo, AP Twitch. Oh my god, someone nerf that, please.
I mean,
If he
it's
has
so
one
easy to
item-
punish.
Yes and no, because he has one item, he one-shots anyone.
I mean,
All right, well,
just have pink words on you at all times. Easy.
I have like the entire Eclipse division still here. Everyone else just dipped.
I know. Everyone.
yeah.
You got Theory
'Cause I
Nation,
mean-
UND, and
I think I'm gonna
EQ.
go ahead and stop right here with the recording. I'm still gonna work on an intro and outro. I could do that separately, but obviously I want to post this up. If we could do another one though, I'd love to do with another one with everyone joining in. To kind of catch up with the podcast that we all missed, right? Like this is like what 6 weeks without a podcast, and that's potentially 12 to 18 people that could have been like kind of in a podcast for 2 hours, 1 hour long. But either way, I mean, on a weekly basis, I don't know. It's been quite good to catch up. I honestly miss this week, so that sucks.
You missed the Baron Steel by Volaberry.
Honestly,
Oh
what
my
you should
God.
do is after week 7, just
Mhm.
take in people that didn't make playoffs and give their opinions on who they think's gonna win based off who they played against.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
I could run another feedback loop with the Google Forms. I just feel like I didn't get enough response, and that's because I didn't warm up the audience first for it. If you don't warm up the audience first, then you're not going to get the responses that you're looking for, or at least the amount of petitions that you're waiting on.
Buried. You put it in general, you put in banning it's buried. Put in announcements. Have it be announced. That way people can actually see it. They can actually see it, go searching through it for an hour and a half.
I know Otto was doing a lot in his whenever I did like a feedback thing. Otto was one of them. Zen was one of them. Martial Arts for Why always on that too. I can only think of just the most common people that would help out with that, but I would like to get more thought process on that. I would get a lot of my information from Otto especially too, but